Well, hello there. I am Ryan. We are inside the Grow Fitness. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. Excuse the wiggliness. And this is Between the Weights. It is June 17th. June 17th. And I should have Googled this beforehand. I didn't. There is this. Have you ever been on a hike? We're just gonna. You've ever been on a hike and you're climbing an incline, and you think you get to the top. You think you're finally getting to the top of the mountain, and you get there, and lo and behold, there's a whole lot more mountain that goes up higher than where you're at, right? I think the false summit, is that right? Is that the correct term? The false summit, where you thought it was the top and it wasn't. Recently, things have been stressful. And I personally can only, I've talked to enough people to guess that all of us are feeling a little bit of extra stress, right? Whether or not you've had loss of work, work is definitely different for most people. Some people don't have work anymore, right? So it's absolutely different for them. For people who own small businesses, it's been a stressful time, particularly if you were considered non-essential. And so it's just been stressful, right? And personally, for me, it's been really stressful trying to take care of people and run a business, and that really didn't stop just because the government said you can't go to gyms anymore, right? For me, I've tried to step it up, and whether or not I've been successful is you would need to ask the members of the gym that, right? But definitely been trying, and the promise that the economy, that everything was going to be opened back up, and when phase 3 was going to come around, the gyms, you're going to be able to go to gyms again, and life will return to normal. And I had that set up in my mind as the summit of this trial, of the hard times that we've been going through. I had phase 3 and gyms reopening set up as my summit, as the point that everything was going to change and things were going to go back to normal, and it was going to be great, and just the normal parts of owning a business, right? And people were going to start coming back to the gym, and classes will be full, and I get to help people in person again, and continue my efforts to make the business grow and to help more people would all resume, right? We had big plans about launching our kids pro, just all this stuff just got like chopped, right? And so experiencing this a little bit personally myself, that everything didn't magically go back to how it was. And it's still stressful for people. It's still not the same as it was a few months ago. And business, it's just not the same, right? You still got to stand in line to get into Home Depot. My wife, as a dental hygienist, is still got to wear like 4 masks, a hairnet, and booties for her shoes that she changes for, right? It's just not the same. You try to go to the dentist, I got to wear a mask to go to the grocery store, stand in line before I can get into Home Depot. Things are just not the same, right? And it's been kind of a bummer for me that getting into the third phase didn't automatically reset things to how they were before. And I know that is not an issue that I'm the only one facing. So let's talk about it, right? What do you do when you've come to this false summit, you realized that you still have lots and lots of work ahead of you? And there are lots of gyms that aren't going to be around anymore because they didn't want to keep fighting the fight. They didn't care, whatever, right? I don't know their individual circumstances. We've talked about this before, lots of the same topics, right? This is just a really solid, concrete example of all the things, whether it's resistance, right? The things that exist that you've got to work against to constantly try to get better and grow. If your true north, if my dream really is to really change people's lives and to have this business be successful, and we can get into what successful means to me or whatever, right? That's a different video, I think. Then what now? What do I do? Do I give up? Do I just be like, oh, this sucks? Oh, this sucks. And quit and stop? Well, not if my true north really is what I say it is. Yeah, it sucks, and you can have a second to just be like, oh, shucks. But you still just take another step forward. You still just keep moving towards the thing that you want. And what it takes for you to continue to do this is for it to be unchanging. The reason we call it your North Star is because the North Star never wavers, is always in the same spot in the sky every single night. And the thing that you're working towards has to be that. You have to figure out what the thing is. It's got to be that important. Or when stuff like this happens, you will change course. You will not keep pushing. And it's absolutely okay if you've decided that this isn't your... It's great if what we've been through helps you realize that what you thought you wanted, what you've said you wanted this whole time is not true, is incorrect. Maybe it's clarified some things for you. And if so, then that's a blessing, and you should embrace it and push forward, right? But yeah, it's been rough. And I've definitely had a day or two where I was a little bummed and a little down, and I didn't quite understand why I was feeling that way. And I don't mean to, I don't know. It's got to keep it up, man. If it's what you love, if it's what you're about, things like this are going to happen. Bumps are going to happen. And it's what you do after. What am I going to do after? I'm still here. See you next time.